Need help preparing your taxes? AARP Tax Aid volunteers are standing by. Senior Services is seeking volunteers to help with some special deliveries. And look no further than your local library for a plethora of services online. The forum begins right now. The 2014 tax filing season officially gets underway January 31st, and local volunteers have been busy preparing themselves to help you prepare your taxes. AARP Tax Aid is available at no cost at numerous locations on the South Side and on the Peninsula. Tucker Newland is the Peninsula District Training Coordinator, and Ron Jesberg is the coordinator for the Virginia Beach Central Library, both of them joining us to fill us in on what you can expect if you want to get free tax preparation services anywhere in Hampton Roads. So I welcome you to the show. This is always welcome news for people who really would like to have some help and don't have the money to spend for somebody else to do that for them. But you also represent both sides of the water in different ways. Tucker, you're with the Peninsula and you operate a number of free tax preparation sites.
We do. We have 5 in the area, 3 in Newport News, Hampton, and York County. We're open 5 days a week in most places for a 4-hour shift.
Okay.
So they can find a place to do it close to their home as a rule. And we, some are in the afternoon and some are in the morning, so we try to satisfy a lot of folks.
Okay. Well, and I know there are a lot of people interested, and there's a very good example of just how many people are interested, because Ron is the coordinator for the Virginia Beach Central Library location, which just happens to be a rather large tax preparation site. And in fact, you said it was the second largest in the country?
Yes.
In terms of volume?
Volume, production. Last year we did 5,316 returns. We stay open 6 days a week. We have 15 computers and 15 volunteers working the computers.
Wow.
So, and we work 6 days a week, like I said, and stay open Tuesday and Thursday nights so the people who work can have their taxes done, and we're also open on Saturdays from 10 to 5.
Okay, so being able to accommodate a variety of people who work, you know, and their work schedules may not allow them to get to a free tax site when others may be open. The Central Library site is the largest, but there are other sites on the South Side as well.
Yes, we have 8 sites in the South Side, Central Library and Princess Anne Library in Virginia Beach, and Norfolk Fitness and Wellness in Norfolk, and South Norfolk Library, plus Great Bridge Presbyterian Church, Russell Library, and Churchill Library, and then Suffolk Workforce Center in downtown Suffolk. So.
Okay, so you're all over the place, and getting ready for this season, like any season that you get ready for, requires a lot of preparation on the part of the tax preparation volunteers, because they have to go through training.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And is that all completed now and they're ready to go?
Right. We train slightly different in the South Side and also in Hampton.
Okay.
We train during November, December at Tidewater Community College, normally 4 8-hour days. And then in January, we do some little wrap-up of last-minute instructions and completing all the tests and everything we have to do. So it's pretty intensive. Each volunteer gets about 40 hours of training before they become a certified volunteer. And you do have to pass an IRS test.
The certification is absolutely mandatory. You
Yes.
can't do without it. The sites now are not open as we speak at this moment, but by the time we get on the air and in the next couple of weeks, that everything will be up and running. So you will be getting started when
in Central Library, we're going to start on the 27th. The actual tax season doesn't start till 1 February, but we're starting on the 27th, and we'll work through till the 15th of April, and then usually stay a couple extra days for amended returns and last-minute filers.
Okay. And you will be opening when?
We'll open the 1st of February at all
Okay.
sites, but we close on the 15th of April, so
All right.
so you need to be there on time.
Okay. Well, people I think are pretty familiar with April 15th, and if it has to go beyond that, it is generally because of an amended return or something. So with all the people that come to your site, I imagine that there's got to be a few.
Well, the purpose is try to help people, and some of them need help, like amended returns or prior year returns being done. So
Yeah.
it's just a good time to do it, because you don't want to cut off the people who need to be done by the 15th of April.
Right, right. Well, I imagine that when you think about just the sheer volume of people that come through your sites, whether collectively or even just at an individual site, it's a lot of work and a lot of volunteers.
Yes.
The season does have its ups and downs.
Yeah.
The people who are really anxious to get their refunds show up on the 1st of February. The first 2 weeks of February are very, very busy. But then there's usually a lull, so we try to tell those folks who are not desperate in that respect to get their refund right away, that we are much more relaxed and knowledgeable, and they will have a shorter wait if they show up later in February and early March.
So does it work so that people, can they call and make an appointment, or do they show up for the sites?
Some of the sites on the south side take appointments. Central Library we don't, because we have so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, the library, we can't let the people in till 10 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they line up as early as 6:30, 7 o'clock to be in line.
Oh my goodness.
We can have 50 people waiting by 10 o'clock, 50 or more. So, I mean, we can do upwards of 100, 120 returns a day
Okay.
on a good day.
A good day. That's when all the equipment's working
Right.
and everybody has their paperwork.
And all the computers are full. I mean,
Yes.
because we need volunteers, and in order to fill all the computers, you need to have enough preparers to do that.
That's right.
And if you don't have enough volunteers, some of the computers stay idle, and that's unfortunate. So
Yeah.
we're always looking for volunteers.
Would you be looking for volunteers this late in the season?
No.
Probably not. No, they'd be next year. We couldn't get them ready because they need 40 hours of training and a test.
Okay.
So, and we don't use anybody who doesn't totally certify completely perfectly.
Right. Well, and there are just a lot of rules and regulations you have to follow because it is the IRS that
Well, I
has
think
to
one of the things you'd be interested in is, at all of our sites, we have 2 people look at your return. One person does it, and the second person quality reviews it. So you're really going to get a good return by the time it leaves here. And we electronically file them all. And we do Virginia also. So you get federal and Virginia done all in one event, and they're both electronically filed.
Right. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I might, I don't know. If you're doing Virginia returns, do you do other states or do you just stick with Virginia state returns?
Just Virginia.
Just Virginia.
Okay. All right. I think that's probably important for people to know if they're going to.
Right. We just do Virginia.
Okay.
Another important aspect of the quality process is that we always have the client in front of us. We always are talking to them and asking them questions.
Right.
No drop-offs. They can't drop it off and have
Okay.
people make assumptions. So that we make sure that we know what their facts are. And I think it improves the quality of our returns greatly.
Taking you back one step, the reason we don't do other states is we're not trained in them. And we require you be trained in whatever you do. So
Okay.
even, for example, if we're going to do a prior year, the person who's doing the prior year return has to be trained in that year, or he can't do the return.
They'd have to be certified to.
They have to be
actually do it.
certified for that year.
Okay, that's a very good point.
Yep.
As far as the training goes, well, there were delays in getting the season started or the processing started due to the government shutdown. But every year there are changes in tax law that have to be incorporated into the software, and that people who are learning to do the preparation have to also take into account. Is there anything that stands out as far as what taxpayers may need to know that's different? And
This year there were very few changes that affect the taxpayers that we do. Very few.
all right, the name is AARP Tax Aid. However, is this restricted to people who may be a
Absolutely
certain
not.
age?
In fact, while our program is designed to help people over 60, that's our focus, but it's not our limit. So if within the scope of our program your return fits, then we can do your return. We do make a certain allowance as far as when we take people. If they're over 60, they get priority, but we'll do anybody whose return fits within our scope.
Okay, great. And there is a certain scope. You're not going to be getting into hugely
True.
complicated returns.
We don't do complicated rental properties or any rental properties or complicated businesses, and there are a variety of other things that we won't do. But they're told that when they walk in the door, so
Okay.
they can see whether they fit within in what we will do.
We have receptionists that actually try to screen the people a little bit and let them know what we can and can't do. And we have within the program, we have a in-scope and out-of-scope things we can do. So and those are posted so people can see what we can and can't do.
Yeah, so you make it pretty clear.
Yes.
We try.
What the limitations are, 'cause I'm sure there are stories to be told. People came in with things, but that always makes.
We are a free service, and our goal is to help the most people we can.
Yeah, and that's it. It's free, and this is based on volunteer willingness to learn and to certify, and then there are the people who coordinate this, and you are to be commended because it's a tremendously crazy job to pull everybody together, and particularly a group of volunteers that can change. Although I don't know if you happen to have a lot of the same volunteers come back every year.
We do. We have normally most of our volunteers return. This year, unfortunately, we lost a lot more than normal.
Okay.
We usually lose about 10% just because of age and health and things like that. This year, we lost quite a few more. But that said, we have a lot of retired military people that volunteer with us. And we actually have 6 or 8 at Central Library. We have 6 or 8 CPAs that work with us.
Wonderful.
So we have real good, talented people. We have very talented people there.
Well, terrific. And I'm just delighted that you could come and share a little bit of
Glad to be
what
here.
you do and what you know, and so that other people will know too, to take advantage of a wonderful service, the AARP Tax Aid. Thanks for joining us.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Well, if you're interested in volunteering for other things, stick around to find out just how welcome your assistance can be. We'll be right back.
Hey, Sandra.
Oh, sorry. I'm just really surprised at how expensive food has gotten. We've been trying to put aside some money to buy a house, but lately we can barely make it from one paycheck to the next.
I'm in the same boat, but with this additional money I'm getting from the EITC, things are looking better.
EITC?
It's the Earned Income Tax Credit. I'm going to be getting almost $2,500 back.
What?
For more on the EITC and free tax preparation, call or visit our website.
For seniors 60 years and older who are disabled and do not have family members living nearby, a little bit of help can go a long way. Senior Services of Southeastern Virginia is seeking volunteers to address some specific needs, and Sue Stanley is joining us with details on these special delivery needs. Welcome, Sue.
Hi,
It's good
thank
to see
you for
you
having
again.
me. Good to see you too.
Well, volunteers, I know, are a big part of what Senior Services works with, and I know that there are various types of volunteers for various, missions, but the ones that they are needing right now are for specific activities. So if you want to start with, there are 2 specific things that you're looking for people to deliver. Is that correct?
Correct. The first thing that we're looking for are volunteers to deliver liquid nutrition to seniors who have a prescription from a doctor and are unable to eat a regular diet. And when I say liquid nutrition, we're talking about things like Ensure, Nipro, Glucerna. Some of your people who watch the show probably see it in the grocery store. They'll see Ensure in the grocery store, little 6-packs of Ensure. Our customers have to drink this every day, so we deliver a month's worth of liquid nutrition to them, but unfortunately they are in a program where they're unable to either pay for it, they can't get out, they qualify for help from us. And we need volunteers to be able to deliver that liquid nutrition to them. It's really not difficult. We only deliver once a month. It's very flexible as far as your time is concerned. Our volunteer coordinator will work with you to make it convenient for you. We train you. We provide you with a little handbook, and we're very supportive, and we certainly appreciate the volunteers because we know they're taking some of their time to do this, but it's definitely a mission that is very rewarding. We have volunteers that have worked for us for a while. They get to know the seniors that they deliver the liquid nutrition to, and they really enjoy it. And sometimes these seniors don't ever see anybody else that whole week except for that person that delivers that
So
liquid
that can be a very
nutrition.
special relationship.
Yes, it is. It truly is.
Yeah.
The other volunteer opportunity that we have is actually we have 39 pet customers. That's what we call them, because we have seniors who have different kinds of pets, cats, dogs, we even do birds, and they are unable for whatever reason to pay for pet food for their pets. So we have collaborated with a local SPCA, and they provide the pet food, and we deliver the pet food to the seniors and their pets. And we've had seniors tell us that they didn't know that their dog or cat would eat pet food because they were feeding them their own food because they couldn't afford to buy the pet food. So we need volunteers to be able to do that. This is only once every other month. When the pet food's delivered to us, we deliver it. We have volunteers who deliver it, and it's enough to last for 2 months for the person who has the pet. So it's even less of a commitment as far as the volunteer is concerned. And again, we have a volunteer coordinator who will train you, and you get a little handbook, and it's really easy, very, very easy. And you get to meet dogs and cats if you're a dog and cat person.
That's great.
Right, you get to meet the dogs and the cats. And anybody who has worked with seniors understands that it can be very lonely if you're by yourself. And these pets are their friends. They really are their family. That's what they are. So it's very important. It's an important mission.
Yes, and we'll be talking in another show about the importance of having companions that can give you the company and the comfort that you crave. You know, when you're on your own and when you're feeling lonely. So it sounds like a great opportunity. We had put on the screen some of the qualifications that people might need to have to be a delivery driver, and certainly that means valid driver's licenses and a good driving record and things such as that. Also, the ability to lift certain things, I would imagine, would be very important, so that if I don't know how much or how many pounds we're talking about with food, whether it be liquid nutrition or the canned variety or bags of pet food, but that can get kind of heavy.
Correct, and which is another reason why we need volunteers, because the people who are receiving the liquid nutrition are unable to lift that themselves.
Right.
So yes, the cases of the liquid nutrition weigh about 25 pounds.
Okay.
That's what they weigh. So we definitely need someone who has the ability to be able to do that.
Okay.
We work with the military a lot. They do a lot of the deliveries for us, but we welcome anyone who wants to know more about it. They can call our office and speak to our volunteer coordinator, and we can go through in detail what the qualifications are. But yes, they definitely need to be able to lift. And depending upon the pet, of course, the bird food doesn't weigh very much, but even 2 months worth is not very heavy. But if they have a large dog, and they get different types of pet food based on the pet, not just whether it's a dog or a cat, but we also specify if it's senior nutrition or if the pet has a weight problem,
just like people.
Right.
Yes.
It's the same kind of thing. So depending upon the pet, the bag of food, there are different weights, and if it's a cat, and some of our customers have multiple pets, so it would be a variety of things. But
well, just quickly, the transportation itself, is that provided through Senior Services, or do people provide their own?
People actually provide their own vehicles.
Okay.
They will drive their own vehicles, and I know you just had a segment on here about taxes before this, but you should talk to your tax advisor about that too, because when you volunteer, there are certain things that you can. We're not advisors, but we would suggest that you do that.
Okay.
So.
All right. Great, Sue. That sounds like a great opportunity for some people who want to get out and do things for the community. And that's all over, too, all over Hampton Roads. Thanks, Sue.
You're
for Senior
welcome.
Services. And when we return, a look at the amazing resources available at your local library, and you don't even need to go there to benefit.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Like to read, looking for community resources, or maybe you want to research an interesting topic? Norfolk Public Library has all that and more on site and online, according to eBooks librarian Elizabeth Woodard. Welcome to Human Services Forum. I'm so glad that you're here to share this information. There's a wealth of information out in the world, but the library is just the great keeper of all that, and people need to know that you can go there either in person or online and get and tap into it.
Right. Going there isn't a necessity anymore because we do have so much online. But libraries in general are just, you know, their mission is to have access to information. Mm-hmm. And whether it's the books on the shelf or something that's online, thank goodness we have a website that allows you to be able to see all of those resources and get some information there. Hopefully you can stop by a library every once in a while and see the experts that we have and get some further information or assistance with those resources.
We were talking briefly before we started taping that the whole idea of going to the library, it can change and you can do it from home, but there's just something special about being able to connect with another person, and that whole interpersonal connection is very, very important and can be very beneficial to anybody of any age.
It is, and our staff is very well versed in the resources that we have. The things that you can get to online, in some cases, are the resource themselves, and you might need assistance dealing with that resource. For instance, if you went to information about the Affordable Care Act, you know, the librarians can help you to get to the information that you need, and people say that that's very confusing. So we want to, you know, be able to help with that, and that's just one example. But in all cases, they can get some information from the people that are there about the resources that they'll need.
We have a screen up that shows the different web addresses for online databases, ebooks, and community resources. So and we have a picture of the screen of the online database that it's just a representation of what you'll see if you go online. Right. But you can be in the library and use the computers there and go online and see this too. So
absolutely.
The databases, of course, are a very important part of what the library offers.
The databases offer you a little bit of assistance for research that you might be doing, whether it's personal research, genealogy for your family, whether it's course or academic related. These databases will pull together some of the resources that you'll need for free, because there's that operative word we didn't say yet for the public library, but these resources are available to you so that you can do some of your research and do the work further with resources that you might not have at your fingertips, or even on the shelf in some cases.
Right, but it's all up there online.
Right.
And so the staff can show you how to navigate some of these things.
We actually offer classes on how to do most anything on a computer, internet searches as well, if you're just going to do out on the broad internet, and how to use some of our resources. I personally am responsible for offering classes for our ebook instruction and for the databases for students in school and parents of those students, and then teachers as well, to be able to assist with that.
All right, and the ebooks page we have now on screen, and that is just a world unto itself.
It is. It's lots of fun. It's another option for our patrons, so that you know, you don't have to come into the library if you really needed that book at midnight and the library isn't open, or if you just needed it instantly, or you like to carry it around in a device so that you can have lots more. Research shows that people that read ebook formats read more, so we know that we just have to keep feeding them all of the time, and that becomes a big part of that story. But we also have resources in those materials that you might be used to going to the library to get, you know, things for pre-tests, for academic level or for trade certifications. We have those things available online now so that you can get that way.
Oh, wow. So it really is at your fingertips.
It is.
Well, I have to ask you about the ebooks. Now, the people can go online and actually download an ebook
Absolutely.
online?
Yes.
They don't need to have an e-reader, or is there a service? What
Well,
is involved
all of
in...
them are able to be pulled up on a computer. So if you just have a computer, you can still download and enjoy them. But if you like to carry them around with you, then probably the mobile device is your answer. And most of them come available to most devices. It's not magic, so it's not universal that, you know, just any book will come to any device. But after you work through what it is you can have, your choices and what mobile device to put it on, then it's all there for you, and you don't have to come into the library to return it because it will just expire. So
well,
that's a plus.
must be a real plus for the libraries, because I'm sure that was a big thorn in the side of libraries for many, many years.
Oh, it's part of it.
Yeah.
But it will just go away, so you don't have to remember. You do have to remember to read it within the term that you have it, but you don't have to remember to return it.
Is your audience, or I don't know if you know this yet, but is your audience tend to be older or younger, or is there a particular age group that tends to like the ebooks?
Well, actually, for ebooks in schools, of course, you know, it's driven toward the school students. Ours is public, so we offer items for everybody from pre-K to seniors. But our client right now is probably more typically older and probably more typically female at this point. But we're young to this. We just started this year, so we're still figuring out what everybody wants and who our ebook customer is. You know, it's an option. It's another option, just like going to CDs and having books that you can listen to. We have a certain patron that likes that delivery, and we have certain patrons that like the ebook delivery, but we still have books on the shelf. So we have it all.
Well,
and we'll be growing to even more.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So is there anything new coming?
Downloadable audio will be next.
Great.
We already have downloadable magazines. So if you're tired of building up your National Geographics in your garage, then, you know, in your hard drive of your tablet or your computer might be a little better.
Great. So, well, National Geographic's a great idea. Are there other types of magazines that'll be available, or that are available?
Yes. At this point, we have 200 titles.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
Lots of the popular
Ask
ones
Janet.
that you probably have subscriptions for.
Oh, my gosh.
And you can download those, and you get to keep them. There is no return. There's no term for them. So, basically, you have them for the length of time that you need them, and then it's up to you to get rid of them.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds great. Well, lots of great things, and in a nutshell, I think we've covered a lot of territory, but the next best thing, of course, is to either contact the library, go to your local library branch, and ask about ebooks and resources, community resources, and databases, because it's all there right at your fingertips. So thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye.